Hello lovely Gemini. Well, first of all, my name is Gordon and we're going to be looking at the astrology for the week commencing the 3rd of March until the 9th of March. This is part of a playlist, so if you go to the top of the playlist, it's one of 13 videos, find the playlist on the channel, go to the top of the playlist and that will give you an overview for the week. But this is particularly for all you lovely Geminis. Now do remember you can get in contact either direct on the website, or you can of course get in contact via the email, which is all at the bottom of the page here. And of course subscribe to the channel please, because that means you'll get the videos on a regular update without having to look for them or search for them on YouTube, and you can keep us on a weekly on a weekly update. Right, introductions over, lovely Gemini. Now let's get cracking and see what we've got going on for you. Now, as we've explained in the beginning of the video, you know, there is an overall for the week, but quite an important week for you, Gemini. This is you know, a lot going on. Mercury, which is your ruling planet, has now officially stopped going on this retrograde journey, and there is another video in astrology learning and sharing. So if you go onto the channel, have a look in the playlist, Astrology Learning and Sharing. It comes under that playlist and it tells you all about Mercury retrograde, so I don't have to go over it all here. But in essence, Mercury retrograde started going on in beginning of January, 3rd of January. And it's taken a journey that has brought it forward, then it's gone back again, and then it's gone forward again, and then eventually, you know, moved out of that shadow, moved out of that whole run. So it takes quite a long time. Although the Mercury retrograde period itself, when it's going, what appears to be going backwards, not that long, the actual time span that it takes up is January, February. It's about 3 months. Now, projects, what it comes down to in a nutshell, projects that were started beginning of January. So beginning of January, what was really on your radar screen? What was getting involved with you? What was you know, what was important to you? What were the issues? Now they are coming to a conclusion, and we can allow Mercury to go sailing forward. But interestingly, you know, as it starts to gain speed and it goes back to things going back to normal, it makes this wonderful conjunction. Sorry, not a conjunction. It makes a wonderful sextile with Uranus, which is out there in your 11th house. And your 11th house is exceedingly active at this particular moment in time. What does this do for you? Well, it makes you very mentally aware. The 11th house is all to do with people that you interact with, your social circles, your network of friends. So it's going to make you be out there more. You're either going to be talking with business, you're going to be networking amongst friends, you're going to be having people coming to you, letters, communications. It's a great time to do what you do best, Gemini, which is talk, interact, learn, and building the most from those, because you know we have this wonderful interaction this week between Saturn, which is in your 7th house. Now that's how you view things, that's you with your partnerships. So great time for bringing in new relationships if that's what you're wanting to do. Great time, excuse me, for getting out there with business, setting up business lines, and really getting involved, because it's also supported by Jupiter. And you know, to get a support between Jupiter and also Saturn is fantastic, because Saturn provides the stability. It makes you strong. It makes you believe in yourself, in what you are trying to achieve. Jupiter is great for expansion. Now this is in your 3rd house at this particular moment in time, and is, you know, it's linking with the Venus and Mars energy, which is really passionate, really a time when you're going to be saying, yeah, I want to achieve, I want to get out there and I want to do things, you know. And the Sun energy is in your 10th house. Now with the Sun energy, it's in Pisces, which is water. The one little bit that could sprinkle salt on this beautiful scenario is your own self-doubt, because the sun, when it's in Pisces, the Pisces is all about having a goal. It can be a little bit of an illusion in there as well, because we also have fired here Neptune. So it's a question this week of ignoring self-doubt. Ignoring self-doubt. If you're in a position where you're feeling you want to get somewhere but nagging doubt is coming in, this will also be accentuated by the full moon this week, which occurs in your 4th house, and that is to do with your base energy. It's to do with where you get your energy from. So you're needing to ignore those little gremlins that are whispering in your ear saying you can't do this, you can't do this. Yes, you can, Gemini. This is really a time for moving and getting out there, because the energy of the universe is at its peak for you. Really important week. Arguments as well. Don't be drawn into petty arguments. That just takes it takes your energy. And this is a great time this week for people coming at you almost from all angles. And the strength of this week, and this is where I go back to the original video, look at the head there. This is a week that can power you forward, and the only way it will power you forward if you blinker. Take no notice of the silly little comments and bits and pieces that other people are coming up with. It's not important. All it's going to do is draw your eye off of the ball. And if you don't believe me, be drawn into it, because what you'll find is by the end of the week, or certainly going into the following week, you'll be saying, well, I wish I hadn't bothered with that, because that was petty. If I'd have kept my eye on the ball, I could achieve what I wanted to a lot quicker. Thank you very, very much, lovely Gemini. Have a fantastic week. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. You can see the details at the bottom, but press the red button, because that means you get these updates on a weekly basis come straight to you, as opposed to having to search. Thank you very, very much again, Gemini, for getting involved. Lots of love and light, and I will speak to you again next week.